The Xinjiang River along this route is truly spectacular. You really have to be there to feel the grandeur. Okay, here comes the bad road. It seems that people from Yunnan are relatively wealthier. The section in Yunnan is clearly well maintained, but once you enter Tibet, the roads become terrible. Well, it's not really difficult. You just need to drive a bit slower. The main benefit of driving slowly is to protect the vehicle. Otherwise, things like earthquakes and tires can easily get damaged after passing the checkpoint. Here, you can consider it as having entered Tibet. Indeed, the road on this side is better than the one on the Yunnan side. The inner side of Yunnan is directly called the most beautiful highway, making it feel like a scenic boulevard. As for this side, it has returned to the former Bingshunglu. It's along these small dirt roads and rough paths that you can continue on to Tibet. Well, but these kinds of roads. Objectively speaking, if you have been driving in Yunnan for years and are willing to go out and explore, there are plenty of such roads in Yunnan, and some are even worse than this one. However, Bingshunglu has some unique features. Well, the meaning is that it is a route into Tibet. So, it's not just about being rough, it has its roughness. The road's scenery adds to it. That's what makes it more charming. The road is like this all the way, and there's not much to say about it. You can just drive slowly. In fact, strictly speaking, you can drive a regular car on this road. It's not the kind of road that requires an off-road vehicle. Of course, the car might occasionally scrape the bottom, which can be a bit painful for you. The scenery is truly beautiful, and you have to admit that. The wide Xinjiang River below is flanked by sheer cliffs, along with pristine forests. Today, there aren't many cars on the road, which is quite nice because the road is bumpy and often requires swerving left and right. If there were more cars, it would be difficult to maneuver freely. Is it that they still can't afford to repair this road in Tibet? Actually, driving on this road is not very difficult if you go slowly, but it consumes a lot of fuel. I think it uses at least twice as much fuel as in the city. There are still people living here. Along the river, you can often see small villages, but I don't know if they are fishing, herding, or if they are permanent residents. Even in this desolate stretch of road, there are still many suspension bridges above the streetlights. I don't know where these suspension bridges lead, and from this direction, you can't see the road on the other side of the bridges. Well, the road here is a bit narrow. Actually, if someone drives slowly, it's manageable, but it becomes quite frustrating when encountering oncoming traffic. Driving on this road is frustrating even with guardrails. When there were no guardrails, it was simply a lot of fun for everyone. 300 meters ahead is a tunnel. I don't know if it's the one without lights. There used to be a particularly famous one here that was the most primitive inside. Chicken claw bone, shattered head. This is the tiger's mouth. Surprisingly, the legendary tiger's mouth is actually a cement road underneath. Let's go. It's a bit not Bingchacha road. The chicken claw bone tunnel should be the same tunnel from before. You can see that the road on the left is the former Bingchacha road, which was also a bad road. It's no longer used now. This chicken claw soil is just that famous one. The Pupaswang tunnel used to have no cement road inside at all. Now, at least they have paved a cement road for you. However, they haven't done anything on the sides. After all, this road is not a main thoroughfare. So it's a primitive tunnel, and you can't see the other side from this end. I turned off the light to try it out. It's pitch black. This place still has a strong vibe. In the past, vehicles would pass through here, and meeting another vehicle inside was simply infuriating. I was particularly scared the first time I drove on this road because it was primitive, with no lights on either side, just a dirt tunnel. At that time, I kept doubting whether I could get out of this road, and I wondered what I would do if I couldn't. Well, at least for the entire mainland section of Bingchacha Road, it is already available on both Gouda Map and Baidu Map. It has become a standard road, so at least you won't have too much to worry about, though the quality of the recording is another matter. Sigh, why is it all concrete here? Does that mean there will be no more bad roads from now on? That might be the bad road in the middle section, which hasn't yet reached the border of Tibet. Alright, let's pretend I didn't say that. The crow's mouth has been opened.